Okay, be honest. Have you ever caught yourself daydreaming at work about, like, a totally different life?
Yeah.
Like maybe even picturing a whole new career?
Oh, yeah.
You're not alone.
Definitely not.
Today, we're going to deep dive into that feeling of, is this it? Using 2 YouTube videos from Inner Balance Red Print as our guides.
Okay.
They're called Career Dissatisfaction, The Fix-It Guide, and Life Transformation. Break free from mediocrity with 10 tips.
I like those titles.
Yeah, they're really good, right?
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about job changes,
Right.
but like a total life transformation.
I love that. That's a good way to put it because, it's funny how often that feeling of being stuck is actually like the first step towards something much better.
Absolutely.
It's like your internal compass is saying, hey, things aren't right.
Right.
I need to like recalibrate.
Totally. It's like a sign, not a failure.
Exactly.
So the career dissatisfaction video actually lists some of those telltale signs.
Okay.
Like you have no motivation, Sunday night dread, feeling trapped at your job, and your productivity's just gone down the drain.
Yeah, all of those things, they're signs.
Yeah. Do any of those resonate?
Big time.
Yeah.
But I think instead of like getting down on yourself,
Yeah.
we need to figure out what's at the heart of the problem,
Totally.
what's causing it.
Yeah.
The video actually highlights 3 common reasons why this happens.
Okay.
Number 1, you've lost your passion for the work.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2, there's nowhere to climb the ladder.
Makes sense.
And number 3, your work-life balance is non-existent.
It's all out of whack.
Yeah, totally.
So before we go any further, we need to pause and ask ourselves, what's the real reason? Like
Yeah.
at the heart of your dissatisfaction.
That's a good question.
And once you figure that out,
Right.
then we can start,
Yeah.
mapping out the escape route.
I love it, the escape route.
But luckily, the career dissatisfaction video gets really practical.
Okay.
And it outlines steps for exploring different career paths.
Okay, love this.
First up, research.
Right.
Think of it like you're going on a career adventure, digging into different industries and job roles.
Oh.
And the good news is, we live in a time when information is abundant.
We do.
You can learn a lot from podcasts like this one.
Absolutely.
And there are free online resources like LinkedIn to see what jobs are out there
Oh, for sure.
and what skills they require.
Uh-huh.
You can even virtually attend industry conferences for free these days.
You can, which is amazing.
So many ways to gather information.
Yeah.
And then there's networking.
Right. I was going to say, don't forget networking.
It's so important.
It's so key,
Yeah, you can connect with people on LinkedIn
Yeah.
who are in those fields that interest you.
Yeah.
And you can even reach out to somebody you admire
Oh, we love
for an informational interview.
I love it.
Yeah,
So good.
I know networking can feel really intimidating sometimes,
It can be a little scary.
but most people actually love talking about their work. So don't be afraid to just reach out and ask questions.
I agree. And you never know
Yeah,
what might happen just by sending one email,
absolutely.
one connection.
It's amazing how many doors can open
Yeah,
just by connecting with someone who's already doing what you want to do.
for sure.
Then there are online courses and workshops.
I love those.
They're a great way to dip your toes into a new field.
You can, and it's so low risk.
Totally.
You can learn a new skill
Yeah.
or expand on some knowledge you already have.
You might uncover a passion
Yes.
that you didn't even know you had.
Absolutely.
And that random course you take on a whim could totally be the stepping stone
It could.
of a whole new career path.
I love that.
And speaking of testing the waters,
Yes.
consider volunteering or internships.
Yes, those are great.
You get a real-world feel for a job,
You do.
and you make connections that could be invaluable later on.
Yeah.
And I think thinking bigger picture,
No.
this exploration phase isn't a race. So let yourself wander down some unexpected paths.
Totally.
Sometimes the most fulfilling careers are the ones we least expect.
That's true.
So you've explored your options, you've got a better idea where you want to go.
Uh-huh.
Now it's time to make the move.
All right, let's do it.
The career dissatisfaction video has some advice for navigating this transition.
Okay.
First up, updating your resume.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
But it's more than just updating it.
Right.
Think of it like reframing your experience,
I love that.
tailoring it to match your new career goals.
Yes.
So you look back at your previous roles
Right.
and you see how those skills could transfer to this new field.
Okay.
Like, let's say you were an event planner,
Yeah.
but now you want to get into software development.
Right.
Well, project management skills.
Super valuable.
Super valuable.
Huge.
So it's like giving your resume a makeover.
It is.
Showcasing your existing experience in a way
Right.
that highlights how those skills are perfect
Exactly.
for this exciting new direction.
It makes sense.
And again, networking is key.
Yeah, it never goes away, does it?
No, it's so important.
Yeah.
Attend industry events. Join online groups.
Right.
Connect with people who are already doing the job you want.
Yeah.
Ask for advice. Ask to shadow them.
Oh, yeah. I love shadowing people.
You never know where it might lead.
It's so cool.
Could be the connection you make at an industry event
Yeah.
that helps you land that dream job.
Definitely.
Of course, we got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Career transitions can be tough.
They can.
There's going to be moments of doubt,
For sure.
setbacks, probably rejections.
Uh-huh.
But the video emphasizes persistence and patience.
Those are so important.
They are.
So important.
Like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
That's true.
It's a marathon,
Yeah.
not a sprint.
It is. It is.
And each step you take brings you closer to that career
Yeah.
that
Yes.
truly fulfills you.
I love that.
Now, it's important to reframe setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures,
Right.
think of them as opportunities to learn.
I love that.
Embrace those challenges.
Yeah.
Adjust your approach and keep moving forward.
For sure.
And don't forget to celebrate
Oh, yeah.
the little wins.
The little wins are important.
Yeah,
You
they-
got to
yeah.
celebrate those.
Like you finally nailed that informational interview.
Yes.
Pop the champagne.
Exactly.
You reworked your resume and you feel good about it.
Yes.
Time for a treat.
Totally.
Those little victories keep you going.
Yes, they keep you motivated.
Exactly.
I love that.
Now let's shift gears a little bit and tap into the life transformation video.
Okay.
It has these 10 tips
Uh-huh.
for transforming your life.
I love it.
Now the video is not specifically about career changes,
Right.
but a lot of the tips apply perfectly.
I do. Yeah.
Like embracing change,
Yeah.
which is something we've been talking about
Yeah, for sure.
all along. Change can be scary,
It can be. It can be.
but it's also incredibly liberating.
It is.
It's about stepping outside your comfort zone
Yeah.
and welcoming new possibilities.
Absolutely.
And that ties into the video's tip about setting clear goals.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Because goals, think of them like a roadmap to success.
They are. They keep you on track.
They do.
Focused.
Yes. So don't just say, I
Right.
want a new career.
Right.
Get specific.
Be specific.
What kind of work do you see yourself doing? What kind of company culture do you want to be a part of? What salary are you aiming for?
All good questions.
Yeah.
Really important things to think about.
Yeah, the more clearly you define those goals,
Huh?
the better equipped you'll be to reach them.
Absolutely.
And another great point from the life transformation video
Okay.
is the importance of continuous learning.
I love that.
It's so important to never stop expanding your knowledge and your skills.
Yes, because things are always changing.
Constantly.
The world is changing so fast.
And staying ahead of the curve is so important
It is.
for success in any field.
I agree.
It's about adopting what they call a growth mindset,
Yeah.
embracing challenges,
Uh-huh.
seeking new information, always striving to improve.
Yes. Yes. And yes.
So read industry publications,
Yeah.
go to workshops,
Mm-hmm.
listen to podcasts like this one,
Exactly.
talk to experts in your field.
All great ways to keep learning.
Yeah, and don't underestimate the power of surrounding yourself with positivity,
Ooh, that's a big one.
especially during career transitions,
Yeah.
which can be really overwhelming.
It can be.
So seek out those people
Mhm.
who uplift and inspire you
Yes.
and consciously limit your exposure to negativity.
I love that.
It's like creating this positive feedback loop.
It is.
The more positive influences you surround yourself with,
Right.
the more positive and motivated you'll feel.
Absolutely.
And that, in turn, attracts even more opportunities
Yeah, it's like a magnet.
for good things.
And the life transformation video also emphasizes taking responsibility
Okay.
for your own life and choices.
So own your decisions, good and bad,
Uh-huh.
and learn from them.
I love that.
And this can be a powerful mindset shift
It can be.
when it comes to career changes.
Okay.
It's acknowledging that you have the power
Yes.
to create the career you want.
I love that.
Instead of blaming external circumstances,
Yeah.
you're taking control
You're taking control.
of your destiny.
Yes.
And that sense of ownership
Right.
is so empowering
It is.
because it lets you tackle those challenges
Right.
proactively,
Yeah.
knowing that you have the power to change your life's direction.
I love it.
The video also talks about practicing gratitude.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Now, you might be thinking,
Right.
what does gratitude have to do with changing careers?
Yeah.
But stick with me.
Okay.
When you focus on the good
Yeah.
in your life, it shifts your perspective.
It does.
And it helps you approach that transition with a more positive outlook.
Yeah.
It's about appreciating those skills.
Yeah.
And the experience you've gained, the lessons you've learned, and the support system you have.
I love that.
That gratitude fuels your motivation.
It does.
And helps you get through those tough times.
Yeah.
Plus, gratitude just makes you feel good.
It does.
And when you feel good,
Right.
you attract positive experiences and opportunities.
Absolutely.
The life transformation video also stresses
Okay.
maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so enough sleep,
Uh-huh.
nutritious food, regular exercise.
Yeah, you gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah, you're basically laying that foundation
Right.
for your personal growth journey.
Makes sense.
Because when you're healthy,
Right.
you're equipped to handle those challenges and that stress
For sure.
that come with pursuing a new path.
Yeah.
And don't forget
Oh, yeah.
to believe in yourself.
That's a big one.
Yeah, this might seem obvious,
Right.
but it's so crucial when you're stepping outside of your comfort zone
It is.
and pursuing something new. That's where your inner cheerleader comes in.
Yes.
You know, reminding yourself of your strengths, your accomplishments, your unique talents.
Yeah, all those things.
You've got this.
Yeah.
Don't let that self-doubt
Right.
hold you back.
You can do it.
And that self-belief,
Uh-huh.
it's contagious.
Yes.
When you radiate confidence,
Right.
others are more likely to believe in you,
They are.
which opens up so many doors.
It does.
Now let's talk about the most crucial tip,
Okay.
the one that gets things moving,
Yeah.
taking action.
Love it.
This is where all the planning, the dreaming, the visualizing
Yeah.
turns into real progress.
Yes.
The life transformation video emphasizes
Right.
that knowledge is useless
It is.
without action.
It's true.
It's about taking that first step, no matter how small,
Yes. That's so important.
consistently moving forward.
So important.
Imagine having a brilliant idea for a book, but never writing it,
Right.
or dreaming of traveling the world, but never booking that flight. Action is the bridge between where you are
I love that.
and where you want to be.
It is.
So in terms of a career change,
Okay.
taking action could look like updating your resume,
Yeah.
reaching out to someone in your desired field,
Right.
signing up for a course, attending an industry event. Every step,
Yeah.
no matter how small, gets you closer to that goal.
It's true.
It's all about building momentum.
Yes.
Each step fuels your motivation
It does.
and propels you forward.
It does.
And as you see that progress, even the small wins,
Uh-huh.
it reinforces that belief in yourself
Yeah.
and your ability to achieve
Yeah.
what you set out to do.
I love it.
And don't get bogged down by the enormity of it all.
Right.
Just focus on that next right step
Yeah.
and keep moving.
Keep moving.
Exactly.
I love that.
Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time.
They do.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah.
You know, try different things,
Yeah.
see what works,
Right.
adjust your strategy. Career changes rarely follow a straight line.
They don't.
There's going to be twists and turns,
There are.
but that's all part of the adventure.
It is.
So we've covered a lot today, from recognizing the signs of career dissatisfaction, exploring new options, making that transition, and embracing a growth mindset.
Yeah.
We've touched on some key insights from both of our Inner Balance Red Print videos.
We have. It's been fun.
Yeah, and it's so fascinating how interconnected these ideas are.
They are.
Career satisfaction isn't just about finding the right job.
Right.
It's about aligning your work
Yeah.
with your values, your passions, and your overall life goals.
Yeah. I love that.
It's about hitting that sweet spot where you feel challenged and engaged
Uh-huh.
and fulfilled, both professionally and personally.
Absolutely. And it's your journey, you know? So what works for one person
Yeah,
might not work for another.
totally.
It's about finding what lights you up.
Yeah.
What aligns with your vision
Yeah.
for your life.
So let's just recap some key takeaways
Okay. Love a good recap.
from our deep dive today.
Yeah.
First, if you're feeling that career dissatisfaction,
Yeah.
don't ignore it.
Don't.
It's a sign that something needs to change.
It is.
Figure out the root of your dissatisfaction.
Yes.
Is it lack of passion? Is it limited opportunities for growth? Is it a bad work-life balance?
Yeah.
Or something else entirely?
That's right.
Once you identify it, you can take action.
Yeah.
Then comes the fun part, exploring those possibilities.
Yes.
Dive into different industries, research job roles, connect with people who are already doing what you aspire to do.
Love it.
Experiment, take online courses, volunteer, do internships, figure out what excites you.
All great ideas.
Yeah, and when you're ready to make that move,
Uh-huh.
focus on showcasing those transferable skills that you've picked up throughout your career.
Exactly.
Network, attend industry events, and practice those interview skills.
Yeah.
Be patient, be persistent, and you will get there.
You will.
Throughout your journey, cultivate a positive mindset.
So important.
Embrace change. Set goals. Never stop learning. Surround yourself with those supportive people. Practice gratitude.
Yes.
Take care of your physical and mental well-being.
I love it.
Above all, believe in yourself.
You got this.
You can achieve your goals.
You can.
Don't forget to take action.
Yes.
It's the only way to bridge the gap
It is.
between where you are now and where you want to be.
That's right.
And that wraps up part 1 of our deep dive.
Awesome.
Before we jump into part 2, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Oh, good.
From the Life Transformation video.
Okay.
Get ready. This one's a game changer.
Okay. I'm ready.
What is one small action you can take today
Okay.
to move closer to your ideal life?
Ooh, good question.
It could be sending an email,
Yeah.
updating your LinkedIn profile, researching a new course,
Uh-huh.
or even just spending 5 minutes visualizing your dream career.
Yeah.
Think about it, write it down,
Uh-huh.
and most importantly, take that first step.
Take that first step. Yeah.
We'll be back with part 2 of our deep dive soon.
I can't wait.
So stay tuned for more insights and inspiration.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive.
Part 2,
Yeah, part 2.
into breaking free from mediocrity.
Yes. I'm excited for this.
Me too. And you know what?
Right.
One thing that really resonated with me
Okay.
from the Life Transformation video
Uh-huh.
was that idea of personal growth
Okay.
being an ongoing journey.
It is.
It's not about like reaching a destination.
Right.
It's about constantly evolving and expanding our horizons and just becoming the best versions of ourselves.
It's a process.
It is.
You know, and it's like,
Yeah.
climbing a mountain,
Yeah.
reaching the summit might be the goal.
Yeah.
But the real reward is like the challenge and the lessons learned.
Right.
And the view along the way.
Oh, I love that. That's such a good analogy.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of another point from the video
Okay.
about the importance of a positive mindset.
Mindset is huge.
Because, let's be honest, change can be tough.
It can be really tough.
There will be moments of doubt,
Sure.
setbacks, and times when you're just like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Oh, absolutely. But that's where a positive mindset really
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah, so true.
You know, it's about focusing on the good even when things are difficult
Yeah,
and trusting that you can overcome those obstacles.
absolutely.
It's about seeing setbacks
Yeah,
as opportunities for growth and not as failures.
totally. It's like having your own personal cheerleader,
Yes, I love that.
always rooting for you,
Yes.
especially when you're feeling discouraged.
Yeah.
And that positive self-talk can make all the difference.
It really can.
Oh, for sure.
And speaking of self-talk,
Yes.
let's explore this other powerful idea from the video, taking responsibility
Right.
for your own happiness.
Oh, interesting.
You know, it's about realizing that you have the power to choose how you respond
Yeah.
to situations instead of letting outside circumstances control your emotions.
Okay, so instead of being like a passenger at the
Right.
mercy of whatever road you're on,
Yeah.
you're taking control of the steering wheel,
Yes.
choosing your own direction, driving towards where you want to go.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that true happiness
Yeah.
comes from within, from making choices that align with your values
Right.
and pursuing things that bring you joy, and not from external factors like your job
Right.
or possessions.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
And this ties in really well with the video's emphasis on gratitude.
Oh, yes, gratitude's so important.
So important.
When you focus on the good things in your life,
Yeah.
it changes your perspective.
It does.
And it helps you appreciate the present moment
Yeah.
instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future.
I'm so bad at that.
It's hard, but gratitude is like a muscle.
Okay.
The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
So we got to practice.
Yes, practice, practice. Yeah,
And you'll appreciate those simple joys even during challenging times.
totally. It's like a secret weapon against negativity and stress.
It really is.
When you're grateful for what you have,
Right.
it's harder to get bogged down in worries
It is.
or anxieties.
You're right. And that positive energy can help you stay motivated
Absolutely.
or get through those tough times.
For sure.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about a crucial part of personal growth that both videos highlight:
Okay.
a healthy lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's important to take care of your physical health with regular exercise,
Right.
balanced diet,
Mm-hmm.
enough sleep,
Mm-hmm.
but also nurture your mental health
Yeah.
through things like mindfulness practices,
Okay.
stress management techniques,
Mm-hmm.
and connecting with loved ones.
So important. It's
Yeah.
like you're building this strong foundation
Yes,
for your personal growth journey.
exactly. Because when you're physically and mentally healthy,
Yeah.
you can handle those challenges better.
Yeah.
Make smarter decisions,
Yeah.
and chase your goals with more energy and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
It's like your body and mind are a high-performance machine.
Okay.
You know, if you want it to run smoothly and get you where you need to go,
Right.
you got to keep that engine in good shape.
Okay, I like that.
Keep the tank full.
Yeah.
Make sure the tires are properly inflated.
Okay, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of something we talked about earlier about surrounding yourself with
Yep.
positivity.
It's so important.
Like, you wouldn't put bad fuel in your car, right?
You would?
So you don't want to surround yourself with negative people or influences that just drain your energy and drag you down.
Get rid of it.
So true.
Yeah, your social circle, the information you consume, your environment.
Yeah.
These all contribute to your overall well-being.
They do.
So choose wisely.
Yes.
Surround yourself with uplifting people.
Yes.
Engage in activities that bring you joy.
And limit your exposure to negativity as much as possible.
Absolutely. It's all about creating a positive ecosystem
It is.
for personal growth.
Yeah, the more you cultivate positive habits, relationships, and environments,
Right.
the more you're going to thrive.
Totally.
Speaking of thriving,
Yes.
let's revisit one of the most important points from the video,
Okay.
believing in yourself.
That's a big one.
It is, and it sounds so simple.
Right.
But it can be one of the biggest challenges
Oh, for sure.
people face, especially when they're going after those ambitious goals
Yeah.
or making big life changes.
That's the inner voice, right?
Yeah.
That creeps in with doubts and
These
insecurities.
doubts and insecurity.
Like, what if I'm not good enough?
Yeah.
What if I fail? What if this is the wrong decision?
It's so easy to fall into that trap.
It is.
But those thoughts are completely normal.
Oh.
But it's important to remember they're just thoughts.
Right.
They don't define you or determine your outcome.
Totally. It's like having this committee
It is a committee in your head.
in your head. And sometimes those negative voices are the loudest.
Yeah, it can be.
But you have the power to choose which voices you listen to and amplify.
That's a great way to put it. Choose to believe in your abilities,
Yes.
your potential, and your worthiness.
So true.
You know, you're capable of so much more than you often give yourself credit for.
Absolutely. And sometimes believing in yourself is as simple as making that conscious effort to focus on your strengths and to celebrate those accomplishments.
Right.
And just remind yourself of everything you've already achieved.
I love that.
It's about shifting that internal dialogue
Yeah.
from self-doubt to self-empowerment.
I love that. Self-empowerment. It's so powerful.
Yeah, and when you believe in yourself,
Yay.
it shows.
It does.
And it inspires other people to believe in you too.
It's true.
And that confidence can open up doors to opportunities
Yeah.
you might not have even imagined.
Yeah. So embrace your inner awesomeness.
Yes, love it.
Now let's dive into a concept that's often overlooked on the path to personal growth.
Okay.
Embracing imperfections.
Interesting.
You know, it might seem counterintuitive when you're striving for self-improvement,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of wisdom in it.
Okay.
You know, it reminds me of the Japanese art of kintsugi,
Oh, yeah.
where broken pottery is repaired with gold,
Right.
emphasizing those cracks instead of hiding them.
Right.
It's a beautiful metaphor for accepting our flaws
Yeah.
and seeing them as part of what makes us unique and valuable.
Totally. So we're giving ourselves permission to be human,
Exactly.
to make mistakes, to
Mhm.
learn and grow,
Yeah.
and to evolve without that pressure of being perfect all the time.
Yeah. I love that. And sometimes
Yeah.
those imperfections
Yeah.
are what make us interesting,
Yeah.
relatable, and ultimately more successful.
Oh, interesting.
Think about some of the most innovative people in history.
Yeah.
They weren't perfect,
Right.
but they were passionate. They were persistent,
Yeah.
and they embraced their unique quirks.
Yeah, it's about realizing that our flaws aren't weaknesses, but opportunities for growth.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
They teach us valuable lessons,
Yeah.
they challenge us to think differently,
Right.
and they make us stronger and more resilient.
Totally.
Now let's shift gears again and talk about another overlooked aspect
Okay.
of personal growth, embracing stillness.
Stillness.
You know, in a world that's constantly demanding our attention,
Yeah.
it's so easy to get caught up in the whirlwind and lose touch with ourselves.
Yeah, it's like we're all on this crazy hamster wheel, running and running,
Right.
but not always sure where we're going or why.
Yeah.
There's this constant pressure to do more, be more, achieve more.
Yeah.
But sometimes the most profound growth happens when we slow down,
Yes.
tune in, and just be present.
I love that. Embracing stillness can involve things like meditation, mindfulness,
Right.
spending time in nature,
Yeah.
or even just creating moments of quiet reflection in your day.
So important.
It's about disconnecting from the outside noise
Right.
and reconnecting with your inner self.
It's like hitting the pause button on the chaos of life
Yeah.
and allowing yourself to breathe, observe, and just listen to what your soul's telling you.
Yeah, because sometimes that's where you find the most profound insights and guidance.
Oh, for sure. It's like taking a step back from the painting of your life
Yeah,
and seeing the bigger picture.
it is.
That shift in perspective
Yeah.
can unlock new possibilities and inspire creative solutions.
Absolutely.
And, this is kind of closely tied to stillness,
Okay.
cultivating presence.
Presence, yeah, that's a big one.
With all the distractions and the multitasking,
Right.
it's easy to become disconnected from the present moment,
Yeah,
constantly dwelling on the past or worrying about the future.
absolutely.
Like our minds are always racing, planning, analyzing,
Yeah.
but rarely just fully experiencing the now.
Yeah.
We're scrolling through social media while we're eating.
Right.
We're answering emails during family time.
Yeah.
And we're just operating on autopilot, and
Yeah.
we're missing out on so much of life's richness.
We are. And practicing presence means making a conscious effort to be in the here and now.
Okay.
It's about enjoying those simple pleasures,
Right.
being fully engaged in conversations,
Yeah.
noticing the little details around you.
Yeah, so you're training your mind to be more aware
You are.
of your senses, your thoughts, and your emotions
Uh-huh.
in the present moment
Yes.
without judgment
Yeah.
or distraction.
I love that.
And when you do that, even the most mundane things
Yeah.
become more enjoyable and meaningful.
We do.
It's like imagine really savoring your morning coffee,
Yeah.
noticing the aroma, the warmth of the mug,
Right.
the taste of each sip,
I love that.
or really listening to a friend's story
Uh-huh.
without interrupting
Yeah.
or letting your mind wander.
It's hard, but when you do it, it's amazing.
It is.
So start small.
Right,
You don't have to change your whole life overnight.
right.
Pick one activity each day, a meal, a walk, a conversation.
Yeah.
And commit to experiencing it fully
Yeah,
with all your senses engaged.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about embracing imperfections,
Right.
cultivating stillness,
Right.
and practicing presence.
Yeah.
Powerful practices
Yeah.
that can really enhance our personal growth.
They can.
But what about those inevitable bumps in the road?
Yeah, the bumps.
Those challenges that can throw us off course?
Right. Well, that's where resilience comes in.
Okay, resilience.
Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity,
Okay.
to adapt to change,
Right.
and to keep going through those tough times.
Okay.
It's not about avoiding challenges.
Right.
It's about developing the inner strength to handle them
Yeah.
with grace and determination.
Okay, so it's like having a strong inner compass
Yes.
guiding you back on track.
Yeah. Even when you're facing a storm, and like any muscle, resilience can be strengthened with practice. It can. And by adopting the right mindset.
Yes.
And habits.
And habits, you're right.
One key part of resilience
Yeah.
is learning to see challenges as opportunities for growth.
Oh, that's a big one.
Instead of seeing setbacks as failures,
Right.
think of them as valuable lessons.
Yeah, they're valuable.
That can teach you skills,
Uh-huh.
make you more determined,
Yeah.
and ultimately lead you to a more fulfilling path.
I love that.
Sometimes those breakthroughs you have while overcoming challenges can be the most powerful catalysts
They can be.
for personal growth.
I agree.
Another important element of resilience
Okay.
is having a strong support system.
So important.
So
important.
surround yourself with those people who lift you up,
Right.
believe in you, and who are there to listen or lend a hand.
Yeah, they're your cheerleaders
Yeah,
in your corner,
exactly.
always rooting for you to succeed.
And knowing that you have people you can rely on
Yeah.
makes a huge difference when you're facing those tough times.
It really does. And don't forget self-care.
Self-care is so important.
Especially when you're going through a challenge.
Yeah.
It's crucial to prioritize those things
Right.
that nurture your physical, mental, and emotional well-being.
Yeah.
So that means getting enough sleep, eating healthy,
Yeah.
doing things you enjoy,
Yeah.
spending time in nature,
Right.
taking a few minutes each day to just relax and recharge.
All those things are so important.
They are.
And remember, it's a sign of strength, not weakness,
Yeah.
to ask for professional help
Yeah.
when you need it.
Absolutely.
If you're struggling to cope
Yeah.
or you're feeling overwhelmed,
Right.
don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist,
Right.
a counselor, any mental health professional.
It's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in seeking support.
No.
And sometimes having a professional to guide you through those tough times can make all the difference.
Really can.
Now let's discuss another crucial element of personal growth highlighted in both videos.
Okay.
A growth mindset.
A growth mindset. We touched on it a little bit earlier.
We did.
Yeah, but let's dive in a little deeper.
It's the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed
Okay.
through effort, learning, and perseverance,
Okay.
rather than being fixed.
It's not like you're born with a certain amount of intelligence.
Right, exactly.
And that's it. You can grow and expand on that.
You can't, it's having that can-do attitude towards challenges,
Yeah.
instead of thinking that setbacks mean you have limitations.
Right.
So people with a growth mindset embrace challenges as opportunities
Right.
to learn and grow,
Yeah.
and they're more likely to persevere and achieve their goals.
That makes sense. Because instead of saying, I'm not good at this,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
saying, I'm not good at this yet, but I'm willing to learn and improve.
Yeah, I love that.
It's a little shift in your language,
It is.
but it can have a huge impact
Yeah.
on how you approach things.
Yeah, it's about focusing on the process
Yeah.
of learning and growing, not obsessing over the outcome.
Right.
When we embrace a growth mindset, we open ourselves up to unlimited possibilities
That's true.
for personal and professional development.
I love that.
Now, let's talk about another important aspect of personal growth that both videos highlight:
Okay.
embracing vulnerability.
Vulnerability. Okay.
This might seem counterintuitive,
Yeah.
especially in a society that values strength and independence.
Right.
But vulnerability is not weakness.
Okay.
It's the courage to show up authentically,
Right.
to acknowledge our imperfections,
Yeah.
and to connect with others on a deeper level.
It's about letting go of the need to be perfect,
Yeah,
to have all the answers, and to be in control all the time.
absolutely. It's about allowing ourselves to be seen, to
Yeah.
be heard, and to be understood, even when we're not at our best.
Yeah, that could be hard,
It can be hard.
but it's so important.
But when we embrace vulnerability,
Yeah.
we open ourselves up to deeper connections, more authentic relationships,
Yeah.
and a greater sense of belonging.
It's like taking off the armor we wear to protect ourselves
Yes.
and letting people see the real us with all our strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, you're being your authentic self.
Yeah.
And when we do that,
Right.
we create space for genuine connection,
Yeah.
empathy, and compassion.
That's so true.
Now let's shift gears and talk about a concept that's often overlooked in the pursuit of personal growth:
Okay.
embracing intuition.
Intuition. Okay.
That inner voice, that gut feeling that whispers wisdom and guidance,
Yeah.
often beyond logic or reason.
It's like having that built-in compass.
Yes.
That's pointing you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Even when you feel lost or uncertain.
That's a great way to put it, and it's often dismissed
Yeah.
as unreliable or woo-woo.
Right.
But intuition can be such a powerful tool for making decisions, solving problems, and just navigating life's complexities.
It's so true.
Learning to trust and follow our intuition,
Yeah.
it can involve things like meditation,
Right.
journaling,
Yeah.
spending time in nature, or just simply paying attention
Right.
to those subtle nudges and coincidences that pop up.
Right. Yeah.
It's about quieting the mental noise,
Uh-huh.
all those doubts and anxieties,
Mhm.
and tuning into that deeper inner knowing
Right.
that we all have.
Yeah.
Sometimes the answers we're looking for
Right.
aren't found through logic, but through that quiet voice of intuition.
Yeah. I love that.
Now, let's talk about a concept that's closely tied to intuition:
Okay.
cultivating a sense of purpose.
Purpose. Yeah.
Purpose is that deep inner knowing of why we're here,
Right.
what our unique gifts are,
Yeah.
and how we can make a meaningful contribution
Yeah.
to the world.
Okay. It's like having a guiding star
Yes.
that helps us navigate life's journey with a sense of direction and meaning.
Yeah, it's powerful.
It is. And our purpose might evolve and change over time.
It might.
But it's a powerful force
Yeah.
that can inspire us to take action, overcome obstacles,
Right.
and live a life that feels fulfilling and impactful.
It's true. Discovering our purpose is often a journey of self-discovery
It is.
that involves introspection, exploration,
Yeah.
and a willingness to experiment and try new things.
Right.
It's about paying attention to what lights us up,
Yeah.
what we're naturally drawn to, what makes us feel truly alive.
Totally. It's like piecing together a puzzle.
It is.
Gathering clues from our experiences,
Yeah.
our passions, our values, until we see that bigger picture.
I love that. It's a good way to think about it.
Yeah. And sometimes our purpose isn't something we find.
Yeah.
It's something that unfolds naturally
Just live.
as we follow our curiosity,
Yeah.
embrace our strengths,
Right.
and take advantage of the opportunities that come our way.
That's a great point.
Let's explore a concept closely tied to purpose.
Okay.
Cultivating meaning.
Meaning. Yeah.
Meaning is that feeling that our lives matter,
Yeah.
that we're making a difference,
Right.
and that our contributions are valued.
I love that.
It's what gives our lives depth, significance,
Yeah.
and a sense of fulfillment.
It's a good feeling.
It is.
You know, it's like feeling a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
Like you're connected to something bigger than yourself,
Right.
whether that's your family, your community,
Right.
or a cause you care deeply about.
Right.
And when we find meaning in our lives,
Yeah.
it motivates us.
Yeah,
It helps us persevere through challenges.
Yeah.
And it gives us a sense of purpose that goes beyond our own individual needs and desires.
Totally.
You know, cultivating meaning can involve contributing to our communities,
Okay.
volunteering, doing work that aligns with our values,
Right.
or just simply being present and engaged in our relationships.
It's about making choices
It is.
that reflect what we believe in
Yeah.
and using our unique gifts
Yes.
to positively impact the world.
I love that.
It's about recognizing that we all have something to offer,
We do.
no matter our circumstances or background.
It's true.
And when we tap into that,
Yeah.
we unlock this deep well of fulfillment and purpose
Yeah.
that can transform our lives.
And inspire
That's
others.
exactly.
Let's talk about something that's closely related to purpose and meaning.
Okay.
Cultivating gratitude.
Gratitude, we've talked about it a lot.
I have, but it's so important.
It is.
You know, gratitude is the practice of appreciating the good things in our lives,
Yeah.
big and small.
Yeah.
It's about acknowledging the gifts we've been given,
Right.
the people who support us, and the opportunities we have.
It's like having a heart overflowing with appreciation,
It is.
even when things are tough.
You're right. When we cultivate gratitude,
Yeah.
our focus shifts from what's missing to what's abundant,
Right.
from what's wrong to what's right.
So
And that change in perspective can have a profound impact
it can.
on our happiness, our well-being, and our overall outlook on life.
Yeah.
You know, practicing gratitude can be as simple as keeping a gratitude journal,
Yeah.
expressing appreciation to your loved ones,
Ah.
savoring the beauty of nature,
Right.
or just taking a few moments each day to reflect on what you're thankful for.
Those are all good things.
They are. And the more we practice gratitude,
Yeah.
the more we'll notice and appreciate those little joys,
Right.
even amidst challenges.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, and that appreciation fuels our motivation.
It does.
It helps us get through those tough times.
Yeah.
And it just makes us feel better overall.
Totally.
Now let's talk about a concept that's closely related to gratitude.
Yep.
Cultivating joy.
Joy. Okay.
Joy is that feeling of deep contentment, delight, and happiness that comes from within.
Yeah.
Often in response to those simple pleasures,
Uh-huh.
meaningful connections, or pursuing our passions.
Right. It's like having that spark of light inside
Yes.
that brightens even the darkest days.
Yeah. And while joy might not be constant,
Right.
it's a powerful force
Yeah.
that can lift our spirits,
Right.
boost our creativity,
Yeah.
and make us more resilient.
So true.
You know, cultivating joy, it
Yeah.
can involve doing things we enjoy, spending time with loved ones,
Right.
pursuing our hobbies,
Yeah.
or just making a conscious effort to notice and appreciate the good things in our lives.
It's about choosing to focus on the positive,
Yeah.
looking for experiences that make us smile,
Right.
cultivating that attitude of gratitude and appreciation
It's so powerful.
for the beauty around us.
It is. And the more we cultivate joy,
Yeah.
the more it will become a natural part of us,
Totally.
radiating outwards and influencing those around us.
Okay, so in this deep dive, we've explored a lot.
We have.
Embracing imperfections, cultivating stillness, practicing presence, building resilience, developing a growth mindset, embracing vulnerability, trusting intuition,
Yeah.
finding purpose and meaning, cultivating gratitude, and embracing joy.
We covered a lot of ground.
We did, and these are all really powerful practices that can enhance our personal growth.
Expert speaker.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're wrapping up our exploration of how to ditch mediocrity and create a truly fulfilling life.
I'm excited to finish strong.
Me too. And, you know, as we've been going through these tips from Inner Balance Red Print,
Yeah.
it's really hit me that this is about so much more
Right.
than just checking things off a list.
It is.
It's about cultivating a mindset,
Yeah.
a way of being in the world
Right.
that embraces growth and challenges
Uh-huh.
and just constant evolution.
I love that, you know. It's about becoming the architects of our own lives.
Totally.
We can consciously design a life
Right.
that aligns with our values and our passions and our deepest desires.
I love that.
That's incredibly empowering
It is. It's transformative.
and transformative.
It's like we're all artists,
Okay,
and our lives are the canvases.
I like that.
We get to choose the colors, the textures, the whole composition,
Yeah.
creating this masterpiece
Yeah.
that reflects our unique vision and inspires us to keep growing.
I love that analogy.
Now, let's talk about something that's often swept under the rug in the pursuit of personal growth.
Okay.
Embracing failure
Failure.
in a society obsessed with success and perfection.
Right.
It's so easy to see failure as something to avoid at all costs.
It is, but what if we flipped the script
Okay.
and viewed failure not as a setback,
Right.
but as a crucial part of learning?
It's like that famous Thomas Edison quote,
Yeah.
"I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work."
I love that quote.
It's so good.
It's so true.
And every failure is just an opportunity to learn,
Yeah.
adjust our approach, and become more resilient
Right.
and resourceful.
So many successful people
Right.
have faced countless setbacks and failures along the way. But what sets them apart
Yeah.
is their ability to learn from those experiences, pick themselves up,
Right.
and keep going with even more determination.
It's all about the grit factor.
Grit, yes.
That willingness to persevere, to embrace those challenges, and never give up on your dreams.
I love that.
And remember,
Yeah.
failure isn't the opposite of success.
It's not.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the process.
It teaches us valuable lessons.
Yeah.
It helps us refine our skills,
Uh-huh.
and ultimately it makes us stronger and more capable.
It does. So next time you face a setback,
Yeah.
try to see it as a chance to grow.
Okay.
Ask yourself, what can I learn from this?
Yeah.
How can I tweak my approach? And how can I use this to propel myself forward?
Oh, good questions.
Yeah, it's a good way to reframe it.
Okay, and this leads us to a concept that's closely tied to embracing failure. Taking risks.
Risks, yeah.
Stepping outside of our comfort zones.
Right.
Trying new things.
Huh?
And going after opportunities that might seem scary.
They can be,
Uncertain.
right, but it can be incredibly powerful for personal growth.
Absolutely. It's about pushing ourselves beyond our limits.
Yeah.
Discovering hidden potential
Right.
talents we didn't even know we had.
And if we always play it safe
Right.
and stick to what we know,
Yeah,
we might miss out on the most rewarding and transformative experiences
totally.
that life has to offer.
Like they say, the biggest risk is not taking any risks at all.
That's true.
And in a world that's constantly changing, playing it safe
Yeah,
can actually be the riskiest move.
it can be.
So how do we become more comfortable with taking risks?
That's a good question.
It starts with shifting from fear-based thinking
Okay.
to possibility-based thinking.
I like that.
So instead of dwelling on what could go wrong,
Right.
ask yourself, what if it all goes right?
Yeah, whatever.
What amazing opportunities might open up if I take this leap?
That's a good question to ask.
It's about tapping into that sense of adventure,
Yeah.
that childlike curiosity that pushes us to explore, experiment, and discover new things.
I love that.
And remember, taking risks doesn't have to be these huge life-altering decisions.
Right.
It could be as simple as trying a new hobby,
Right.
taking a class,
Yeah.
starting a conversation with someone you admire.
Yeah, and every time we step outside our comfort zone,
Right.
we expand our capacity for growth,
Yeah,
resilience, and creativity.
I love it.
Now, let's talk about something that goes hand in hand with taking risks,
Okay.
embracing change.
Change. It's inevitable.
It is.
But so many of us resist it.
we do.
We fear the unknown. We fear the disruption of our routine.
Yeah.
The potential for discomfort.
But what if we saw change?
Yeah.
Not as a threat, but as a chance for growth,
Okay.
renewal,
Yeah.
and transformation.
It's about recognizing that change is what keeps life interesting.
It does.
It keeps it dynamic and full of possibilities.
Yeah, it allows us to shed old patterns and habits
Yeah.
that no longer serve us. Right. And embrace new ways of being
Yeah.
that align with our evolving values and aspirations.
I love that.
You know, nature is constantly changing, adapting, and evolving.
Yeah.
And just like the seasons, our lives are cyclical too,
Totally.
with periods of growth, transformation, and renewal.
Okay, so the next time you're faced with a change,
Yeah.
whether it's a new job, a move, a relationship transition,
Yeah.
or simply a shift in perspective,
Uh-huh.
try to approach it with curiosity
Yeah.
and an open mind.
Open mind.
Ask yourself, what opportunities might this bring? How can I use this to grow and transform?
Good questions.
Because change can be tough,
It can be tough.
but it's also what allows us to grow,
Yeah.
expand our horizons, and become better versions of ourselves.
I love that.
And speaking of navigating change,
Yes.
Let's talk about adaptability.
Adaptability, that's a good one.
In a world that's constantly throwing new challenges and opportunities our way,
Right.
adaptability isn't just a nice skill to have. It's essential
It's essential for thriving.
for thriving.
Adaptability is being able to adjust
Yes.
to new situations,
Right.
to learn from experience,
Right.
and to modify our approach when needed.
Okay.
It's about being flexible,
Right.
resourceful,
Yeah.
and open to different solutions.
So it's like being a chameleon,
Yes, I love that.
able to blend in
Yeah,
and flourish in any environment.
that's a great way to put it. And, in today's fast-paced world,
Right.
the people who can adapt quickly
Yeah.
are the ones who are most likely to succeed.
So how do we get better at adapting?
Well, it starts with that growth mindset we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Embracing those challenges as chances to learn,
Yeah.
being willing to step outside our comfort zones.
Yeah.
It's also about being curious,
Uh-huh.
open to new information and experiences,
Right.
and seeking out diverse perspectives.
Yeah.
Adaptability isn't about being passive or
Right.
just going with the flow. It's about being proactive, taking initiative,
Yeah.
making choices that support our well-being
Yeah.
and align with our values, even when things are changing around us.
Now let's dive into something that's super relevant to adaptability. Emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence. Oh, yeah.
Emotional intelligence is being able to understand and manage our own emotions
Mm-hmm.
and recognize and empathize with the emotions of others.
That's important.
So important.
It's about being self-aware, socially skilled,
Yeah.
and able to navigate those tricky social situations with grace
Right.
and compassion.
I feel like in a world that's becoming more interconnected and interdependent,
Yeah,
emotional intelligence is becoming increasingly important
it is.
for success
Yeah.
in both our personal and professional lives.
Absolutely. Think about it. Building strong relationships, communicating effectively,
Yeah.
resolving conflicts peacefully,
Yeah.
leading with empathy and understanding. All of that depends on our emotional intelligence.
It does. So how can we become more emotionally intelligent?
That's the question, right?
Right. It starts with paying attention to our own emotions,
Yeah.
understanding how they affect our thoughts and behaviors,
Right.
and how we interact with others.
It's about developing empathy,
Yeah,
the ability to see things from someone else's perspective.
absolutely.
And remember, emotional intelligence is a journey,
Yeah.
not a destination.
Not a destination. It's about constantly improving our skills,
Right?
expanding our capacity for compassion and understanding,
Uh,
and striving to be more emotionally intelligent people.
I love it.
Okay, now let's move on to another crucial aspect of personal growth.
Okay.
Building strong, genuine relationships.
Oh, relationships. Those are so important.
They are.
Humans, we crave connection and belonging,
We do.
but in today's fast-paced world,
Right.
it's easy to feel isolated and disconnected
Yeah, and lonely.
and lonely.
And building meaningful relationships takes time
It does.
and effort
Mm-hmm.
and vulnerability.
You have to be vulnerable.
We have to be willing to share our true selves
Yeah.
and really listen to others.
It's about showing up authentically,
Yeah.
being present in our interactions, and nurturing those connections that bring us joy, support, and a sense of belonging.
Absolutely. And remember, quality over quantity.
Oh, yeah.
A few close, trusted friends or family members that we can confide in
Yeah.
and be ourselves around
Yeah.
are so much more valuable
Yeah.
than this huge network of surface-level connections.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Okay, now let's discuss a concept that often gets lost in the shuffle of personal growth,
Okay.
giving back to others.
Giving back. Yeah.
When we only focus on our own needs and desires,
Right.
we can get trapped in self-absorption.
Yeah.
And we miss out on the joy and fulfillment that comes from contributing to something bigger than ourselves.
That's a good point. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness
Yeah.
and understanding that our actions
Right.
have a ripple effect on others and the world around us.
Yeah, and giving back can take so many forms.
It can.
Volunteering our time and talents,
Right.
donating to causes we care about,
Uh-huh.
or just simply lending a hand to someone in need.
Yeah, even small acts of kindness can make a difference.
Totally. And the beauty of giving back is that it benefits both the giver and the receiver.
It does,
When we help others,
Right.
we not only make a positive impact on their lives,
Yeah.
but we also gain a sense of purpose, connection,
Right.
and fulfillment that enriches our own lives.
That's true.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into breaking free from mediocrity
Yeah.
and living a truly fulfilling life, remember this:
Okay, I'm listening.
personal growth isn't a straight line. It's a winding road with challenges and triumphs. and unexpected detours.
So true.
Embrace the journey.
Yeah.
Celebrate your progress.
Right.
And don't be afraid to ask for help along the way.
It's okay to ask for help.
You have the power to create a life
Yeah.
that is meaningful, joyful, and true to your deepest values and aspirations.
No, I love that.
So keep diving deep
Keep diving.
and keep shining your light.
Keep shining.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive on a topic
Okay.
that will inspire and empower you.
Sounds good.
Until then, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep living an extraordinary life.
I love that. That's a great way to end it.